Hi, everybody. One of the best things to do in Florida is explore some of their many natural freshwater springs. In this video, we are going to showcase some of the most beautiful and inexpensive springs to visit. Some of these are great places to visit on a hot day, while others have loads of amazing wildlife, like our first spring at Silver Springs State Park. One of the best springs, in my opinion, is Silver Springs. This is a state park near Ocala, Florida. Here they offer trails, camping, and glass bottom boat tours, which have actually been operating since the 1930s. But one of the best ways to experience this park is by getting out on the water yourself. You can rent or launch your own non motorized watercraft here and head out on the beautiful Silver River. This river is one of the prettiest rivers you will ever see. The water is crystal clear and beautifully blue and green colored, almost like somebody has been adding food coloring to it. In the videos, it doesn't look real, but I assure you, it is even prettier to see in person. When you are out on the water, you can see lots of wildlife, tons of birds, fish, turtles, but the best things to look for are the manatees.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, Kyle. We've kayaked here twice, both times in the month of March, and saw manatees here each time. This was our first real experience with manatees, and kayaking with them was really incredible. Since the water is super clear, you can easily see them. And when one swims by you, it is so exciting and magical. There are also alligators around, however, we haven't seen many.
Just kayaking towards the gator in our inflatable kayak. Well, there's a tornado watch.
If you do decide to paddle, go early. The river can get pretty crowded, and there are a lot of non experienced paddlers out here. The last time we went was in the afternoon, and we had three different people run into us with their kayak. Our next spring is one of the best places on the eastern side of Florida to see manatees. We are here at Blue Springs State Park. This park costs $6 to get into. Here they have an area where the spring is, and that's where manatees will go. Now, they come in from the St. Johns River here, which they feed in here. And during manatee season, which typically runs from November through April 1st or so, there could be hundreds of manatees all in this area. When the weather is warmer, then they will go out, but when the weather is cooler, they will come into the spring because the spring is a constant 72 degrees. During manatee season, you're not allowed to enter the spring. You're just allowed to observe from the multiple observation points they have. We were there at a terrible time. There were no manatees and they were doing maintenance, and so we couldn't even walk down to see the swimming area. But if I was ever back in the area, I would definitely stop by to see the manatees. During manatee season, they will post on their Facebook page what the current count is, and boy, can it get high. If you are interested in more here, they also offer kayak rentals and riverboat tours year round. But if you want to kayak up to the spring, you would need to come outside manatee season. De Leon Springs is a Florida state park. It costs $6 per vehicle to enter the park, and it can get incredibly busy because it is one of the best places in the area to swim in crystal clear, 72-degree fresh water, alligator free. This spring is beautiful on its own, but what makes this spring special is the 500-foot circumference swimming area that is separated off from the spring run. You are also allowed to bring swim floats in, provided they meet the size restriction, and we greatly enjoyed just floating away on a hot and humid Florida day. Lucky for us, we went early in the year and on a weekday, and we were one of the few people in the spring. If you didn't want to swim, they offer riverboat tours where you can see wildlife like manatees and alligators. You can canoe, fish, or walk the nature trails. Gemini Springs is a great free nature park to visit. It is 212 acres in total. It features several different trails that take you around the springs, a fishing pier, tent camping, a canoe launch, and two clear springs.
You can tell it's a spring by looking at them.
This park has a lot of squirrels, and their behavior here is quite interesting. We also saw lots of alligators here. There is no swimming here, and for good reason. They also have beautiful live oak trees with Spanish moss just dripping. What made this place special for us was the diversity in wildlife and the ample areas to walk around, and of course, the beautiful scenery. About 10 minutes from Gemini Spring is another free spring to visit. This one is called Green Spring. It's a little bit of a smaller area, but it is a beautiful green spring. This spring is so beautiful. It's surrounded by beautiful green palms and has lots of happy little turtles just floating in there. What makes this spring exceptionally beautiful is the high sulfur content, which gives it that milky green color. And it is one of the few sulfur springs in Florida, making it extra special. The park is 36 acres and has several different walking and bike paths to enjoy in addition to the spring. Holy cow! Do you see all these? Oh my gosh! How many are there? Arguably, one of the best springs to visit in Florida is Three Sisters Springs. Here you can find multiple beautifully colored springs, and it is also one of the best places in Florida to view manatees. They actually have some resident manatees that stay year round. Where the buoys are, that's considered sanctuary area, and it's a place where manatees know that they can go and they can rest without being bothered. Three Sisters Springs is a national wildlife refuge. If you have a national park pass, you can get a discount off the admission. They offer nature trails and a 1,300-foot boardwalk featuring multiple viewing platforms. There are 6 different springs here, all providing potential manatee viewing. Daily counts are provided at the entrance as well as the Crystal River Visitor Center. We got the added bonus to swim with the manatees here, which was an incredible experience and one I would encourage everybody to try sometime. They are such gentle creatures and they will swim right past you. If you listen close, you can even hear them communicate underwater. It was just so magical. We made a separate video on that, and I will put a link to the video in the description. Rainbow Springs is another Florida state park. It is $5 per vehicle to get in. They have a lovely nature trail with a man made waterfall, but the real focus here is the head spring. Rainbow Springs has one of the prettiest head springs you will find in Florida, and it's also one of the largest. The water here is so beautiful, it's hard to believe water can be this color. Here, there is a very inviting designated swimming area, not super big, but enough to cool you off on a hot day. It ranges from 5 to 18 feet deep, and they do not allow floats, but you can bring noodles. This park also offers tubing, but admittedly, I'm not sure why you would want to get in the water with alligators around. You can also rent a kayak. Kayaking Rainbow River is very different than Silver River. Here, you will not find any manatees, but you will travel past many houses, which was pretty fun to look at and see all of the different setups and how people have made their homes on the river.
Uh,
Thanks for watching this video. There are tons of magical springs in Florida to visit. Hopefully, you get the chance to check out some of these.